10 game of the week. Northwestern at Iowa. Iowa is an 11-point favorite.
What?
Yeah.
What's the over-under, like 12?
31.
37.
What the hell?
I thought it was 31 I saw the other day.
According to the Caesars, and I'm looking on the ESPN app here. Yeah, Iowa is an 11-point favorite.
How is that possible?
I don't know. And the over-under is 37.
Pound the under, folks. Pound it. Pound the under. This has 13-9 written all over it. Or it'll be a blowout. When I say a blowout, it'll be 20-3. One team.
If there's 3 touchdowns in this game, Grant has to shave his beard.
Can't do that.
How about if there are 5 touchdowns in this game, you have to shave your beard.
Offensive.
5 offensive touchdowns, you have to shave your beard.
We got ourselves a deal.
Oh yes, let's go.
Yep. We got ourselves a deal.
And you have to shave it on live on the podcast.
I don't think that's I don't know if I want to shave it on the podcast, but
you have a vacuum, you're fine.
If they lose, if there's 5 offensive touchdowns, I will shave the beard.
Okay. All right. I like this. What does Iowa have to do to win this game? What do they have to do to get some touchdowns? What are we looking for here, Grant?
Well, like I said earlier, they need to figure out this Northwestern front, because Northwestern, they like to play that 3-man odd front where they put someone on the nose right in front of Iowa's center. And then that way, right as he snaps the ball, he's got someone in his face. And it's hard for Iowa's center to, get a good set in the run game because he's got someone right there. And then when he's battling that nose tackle, there's no push. So there's no obstructions up at Northwestern's linebackers. And then, these linebackers can get off free and make a couple of plays. So Iowa, they need to figure out the middle of this Northwestern defense, because if they're able to get some push in the middle and get up to these linebackers, Iowa might be able to make some plays offensively, because like I said, they're eating up those first 2 levels of blocks. But if they can't, it's going to be a long game for the Hawks. And then if it's going to be, they can't get the passing game going, then somehow then they won't be able to get the running game going. Then they won't be able to do anything in the passing game. It's going to be another long day at the ballpark.
Yeah. Have they announced who's going to be the starter? Or is it even a competition? Are they still going to rock with Petrus, or is it going to be whoever has a better week of practice between him?
I think it's going to be whoever has a better week of practice, because I saw a report today where they released their depth chart, and there was like either no starter or there was a co-starter.
Okay.
So they're being very coy about it. What's interesting, I think last year Padilla started against Northwestern because Petrus was hurt. And then Petrus got hurt in the first or second half, and Padilla came in. So, Northwestern faced both of these teams last year, both of these quarterbacks, excuse me. So I'm not sure. I don't even know if the coaches know. I think they're just trying to kind of figure it out. And at this point, just put a Band-Aid over a huge cut where it's just going to keep bleeding and keep bleeding and keep bleeding.
I don't think there's a Band-Aid big enough for this Iowa quarterback situation.
No, there's not. And actually, I should have said a better line and say, we're going to need a bigger boat, because they are out in some serious shark-infested waters, and they're in trouble. So with Iowa, they think they got to be able to try to somehow figure out this Northwestern defense, which has given them a lot of trouble over these last 5 years. If they can't do that, it could be a world of hurt. And I was going to also double down, guys, on the if Iowa loses, I also might throw on a paper bag.
Okay.
And I think I'll just write on there in Sharpie that says, "We suck."
There you go. All right.
Just because you beat Northwestern doesn't mean you don't
and that
suck.
If you guys
same
have
thing goes for Minnesota and Rutgers.
If you guys have paper bags on, if both of you guys end up having paper bags on your head, I will say this will be the best the podcast has looked since all 3 of us have been started this.
I would agree. It's funny because he made an ugly joke, but it's true for one of us.
Are you gonna be like turned around facing the other way, Dylan, so we see the back of your head, or what are we doing?
If Michigan loses, yes, probably. We might not even
If
have
Michigan,
a podcast.
if no. If Michigan loses, you have to do one streak down the middle of your head for the podcast.
No, absolutely
Oh,
not.
come on.
I already have enough issues with my hair of the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl. I don't need another one. Okay.
Well, think about it. You shave it. Think how nice and luscious it's gonna be when you have to put cornrows in.
God, you're gonna look
Not if I have
sexy,
to put a
dude.
middle. Not if I have to shave it right down the middle.
Can you do a rat tail then for us right down the middle, just for the podcast?
I already kind of do. If you put it down enough, it's more of
Yeah,
more of
see,
a widow's
you can do
peak.
it.
But yeah, I don't just let it on the back.
No, but dude, if Michigan loses to Michigan State, I think you need to put the paper bag on.
I was gonna turn. Yeah, I could put a paper bag on, or
Or are you just gonna
go to the back. Yeah, just record like this. Like I don't even want to show my face. But let's hope none of that happens. Let's hope we all get back on the get back. You guys join me back on the happy train with a Michigan win, a Minnesota win, and an Iowa win.
In a Wisconsin and Nebraska loss.
Exactly. There you go. And